I never really gave a fuck, to be honest, about people's opinion. I really genuinely didn't. Things changed a little bit. Like I bought a new car and a few things around me. Like
don't they call you the original Frizzio?
So basically, I've opened the door, mate. They've trashed it. And I mean trashed it. Got all my glove box opened up, got all my like MOTs and service certificates and just ripped them all up and just chucked them everywhere. Fucking everything from the middle, everything from the boot, just chucked it, trashed it. I'm getting in and I'm getting like hundreds of subs in the first 5 minutes going live. Like every single...
So here we are, mate. With our own podcast, the Rossi and Gomp Show.
Finally. We have obviously filmed another one. I know the intro is going to sound a little bit similar.
It's going to sound similar, yeah.
But we don't know which one's going out first. So, so we just need to just blag it for this first.
Yeah, we got to give the viewers some context. But yeah, we got to give the viewers some context.
Yeah.
So basically, we've built our own studio.
Yeah, we have.
Gone out of our way. You know, we've had a few no's along the way, trying to find different studios, traveling back and forth to London.
Yeah.
Had a few rejections, and in the end, we just thought, you know what, we're just going to start our own thing, do our own thing.
Basically, long story short, yeah, we thought about this probably, I think it was last April, we actually come up with the idea, and unfortunately, it's taken best part of 10 months, 9 months, whatever, to get here, but it's not just because of, like, you know, laziness, not wanting to do it. Like I said, we plan to have this in London, film it in London, partner with, you know, whatever studio, but
things just happen at the end of the day, and I think this has worked out better for us because now at the end of the day we own our own podcast, we own our own studio, every bit of revenue that we make from the podcast, if there is at the minute
we are down bad at the minute.
We get it all. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here. I mean, we're going to start off with your whole story about how you got into YouTube, how you doing now. And just, let's let the viewers in on some, hopefully, some gossip. So
so for context, for your episode, we sort of like made it more like focused on you, really, covered a few of your points. Obviously, didn't even scratch the surface, really, and some of the stuff we covered. And then this episode is going to be just basically my turn to flip the script on me. And just sort of talk about a lot of the things, really, how I got into YouTube. I know it's like a boring, generic thing, but I think people do want to... I think everyone's got their own story, and they're like, yours is very interesting, mine's different.
But listen, at the end of the day, everyone is interested. You were a big YouTuber, you're a big part of people's lives for a very long time at the end of the day. So I think people want to know where you've been, what you're up to now, and we're basically here to lay it all on the table. So we're going to first start off with, how did you actually get into YouTube? Because I know this story, but I think people at home really want to know what got you started.
So really randomly, I probably was about 13 or 14 years of age at the time. And... do you remember on like FIFA 09 where you used to have that, like the arena, Ronaldinho used to do like the flick up bicycle and all that kind of stuff. So I'd learned, this sounds really weird, so I'd learned how to like do the chest roll of Ronaldinho.
I know what you're on about.
And then overhead it on the edge of the box and lob the keeper. Basically, I sort of like, I learned how to do that from whatever, probably watching like maybe the odd tutorial. And like, I just thought to myself, I need to show my mates this. But these are the days where you can't just like WhatsApp it or Snapchat it or anything like that. Mate, so I filmed it on like some Sony Ericsson like 1 megapixel camera. Mate, honestly, horrific. And I was like, where can I upload this video? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, YouTube was about, but obviously still like, like when I first uploaded that video, I'm pretty sure like, remember Fred? That guy Fred, he was like number one YouTube for what? Weird bloke, but he was number one. Weird bloke. Weird bloke. Weird. So he was number one at the time. So that's how long we're going back. So I filmed that. And I just uploaded it and then sent it to a few mates and stuff. And then I had like 100 views on it within like 24 hours.
100 views back in 09. Mate, you were balling.
People probably go, fucking 100 views. But
mate, it was good back then.
It was actually good like back in like 2009 or something. So I just did that. And then I just sort of like carried it on. So I'll upload more Ronaldinho clips and stuff like that. So one thing led to another. I was probably in about, I want to say year 10 or year 11 at school at this point. And then by year 11, I'm sort of making videos, but no money or anything, just like FIFA videos.
You're just putting them out for the sake of it.
No face cam, no like, remember the days like there was no face cam, there was no like to do your first commentary on a video was like massive, wasn't it? To like put your voice on it. It was huge. So did that. And then it probably wasn't till, I reckon, first year of sixth form where I probably started putting my face and like face to the videos, like microphone to the videos. Got partnered, had like Machinima back in the day. Like
that was huge. That was if you got partnered back in the day, that was big.
It was big. So I remember being partnered by Machinima, and I was actually uploading on like, do you remember their Respawn channels?
Yes.
And then like
they had 2 different channels, didn't they?
So I used to make COD videos, upload on Respawn. They used to pay you like a solid fee for that. So it was like $100, right, for uploading that. I remember thinking, mate, this is fucking amazing. I'm at school, blah blah blah. Did that, and then they did Machinima Sports.
So they changed it over.
And I started already thinking the FIFA videos were doing better than the COD videos anyway.
Yeah.
So I started gradually doing that. Then I got my channel partnered, got flat $2.5 CPM, which was
insane back
then. Good
at
the time. So then I was probably getting like, I'm probably at sixth form here, and I'm probably getting like maybe 1 million views a month, maybe on YouTube, which is pretty good. So that's like $2,500 a month.
Yeah, which is very good back then.
Making
very
YouTube videos. So I'm in year 12 now, so I'm doing that consistently. I'm still actually going into school every day and getting education. But then by the time I went into year 13, and I got to my exams, and mate, I was getting like coin sponsors had kicked in.
So hold on. Let's first go back a little bit. So. When you're getting this 1 million views, because back then 1 million views on YouTube was very good.
Yeah,
like when you were going into sixth form, were people noticing you? Were people? Did you have viewers that were in your sixth form?
So I think there was quite a few younger lads in the school. So our sixth form was all one building still, which is probably a bit annoying actually. But so like the year 9s, year 10s, and that probably start recognising you a little bit, start coming in the sixth form, fucking shouting your name and shit like that.
RossiHD's.
Yeah, and you just want to go. So that was a thing, and then. Yeah, and then obviously all my mates and that knew anyway. I wasn't really one of these, like, when I started doing YouTube, I never really kept it, like, I was never really, like, a lot of people...
to yourself sort of thing?
Yeah, like, a lot of people were a bit embarrassed about it, like, especially people from our industry. I never really gave a fuck, to be honest, about people's opinion. I really genuinely didn't.
Just got on with it, innit?
I just did it, and then eventually I got enough confidence to say, I'm going to put my face on it. Yeah. I'm going to put my voice on it.
That's a big jump, isn't it? To put your... Because I remember doing the same. When you put your face cam on, that's when it's like, okay, it's about to change now, because now everyone knows who this person is uploading these videos. So it's a big jump from just doing normal FIFA to then putting the face cam on.
But you don't have a choice, because you look around you and you're seeing like KSI's done it, and you're seeing I'm trying to think who at the time. I'm trying to think.
You had Weepeeler.
So Weepeeler was doing it. AJapes was a little bit later, I think. Marius Herpseth maybe had done a couple.
Sam 5000 I, whatever his name was.
I don't think he did face cam.
Did he not? No, I didn't think he did. He jumped on very late, but he was later on.
So there was a few around me that were putting the face to it, and they were sort of excelling. And you sort of sit there and think, am I going to take it seriously or not?
You need to do that.
So I had a little, you smell it, don't you? You think, fuck me, there's something here for me here. Yeah. So did it, went through with it, did sixth form whilst having that on the side, and like things changed a little bit. Like I bought a new car and a few things around me. Like, my life was changing a little bit. But yeah, mid, I want to say year 13, I just sort of dropped out basically. I just stopped going in.
So at this point now, obviously the views are starting to come in. People are starting to notice you. Yeah. You finally put the face cam on. Yeah. And life is starting to change now, yeah? The money's starting to come in, and you're starting to realise, I'm going to take this serious as a job.
Yeah, so obviously, sixth form I was probably getting between 1 million, 2 million views a month, which at the time it might have been like $5,000, $5,000 or something. Sixth form was it's cracked money back then as well.
Mate, it used to stretch back then, as we know.
It was big stuff. So that was happening, and then I think the final straw for me not going back to sixth form was I got my first coin sponsor deal.
Mate, we're going to talk about that.
We're going
to dig into that.
We're going to dig into
the coin sponsors.
So it might have started off quite small. It might have been, I say it's quite small, but it might have been £100 a video. Yeah. Or whatever it might have been, 50 quid a video. Yeah. And then, so I started doing that, and I thought, wow, I need to upload fucking 10 videos this week. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that coin sponsor money's coming.
I need to get these videos out. And then, and then you just obviously, you sort of work out the industry and you get a bit savvy with it, and then you negotiate contracts. It might be X amount of money per week. You got to do minimum 5 videos. Yeah. So sort of didn't really bother finishing year 13, and then
so I want to just give the viewers a little bit of context here. So when you've jumped on. When you first got your first coin sponsor, we need to let them know how much that actually did change your life, because coin sponsors, doing normal YouTube, but then getting that coin sponsor, what was the jump in money and how it changed your life basically?
Yeah, so it was massive, to be fair.
Huge.
It was way more than probably anything you could. There's no so brand deals now. So brand deals obviously of influencers and stuff is super popular. Everyone's getting whatever deals. There was none of that. Yeah. This was like the first sort of thing, and I'm trying to think what the first brand deal was actually that come about. But anyway, we'll talk about it in a bit. But it was massively changed. So I might have done maybe 1-2 million views a month, which might have been like $5,000. Yeah. And then like
on top of that, then you got the coin sponsor then as well,
which was like a lot more than what YouTube.
So now you're able to comfortably
it's just
not
on
have
top.
to work.
Yeah, and it's just on top as well. Yeah. You're still getting YouTube money, but then the coin sponsor is just like a brand deal, but for like every single video.
Like every month you're getting the money.
Yeah. So people now, they'll say, oh, they've done a HelloFresh deal and we got 5-10 grand for it, blah, blah, blah. That might be the only brand deal they do for like 6 months.
But you're getting that every month.
Every video.
Every month.
Every video.
It was cracked.
It changed my life completely. So at a young age, I was fortunate enough to move out, buy my first house quite young. I think I was 21, 22 when I bought my first house, moved out. Which was pretty much all, you know, not all thanks to coin sponsor money, but, you know, YouTube as well and a few brand deals along the way. So, yeah, it was. So
we're jumping along a little bit here. So from the time where you've obviously dropped out of sixth form, you've got your first coin sponsor deal. Yeah. When then, so we can give the viewers so they can understand and stay on the same timeline, when was it then you were able to start like buying houses and live really, really comfortably? How many years from when you got your first coin sponsor and when YouTube started really picking up to you being able to buy the house and being able to move forward? How many years do you think from
2-3 years before I was...
That's quick, mate.
Yeah. That's quick. So I moved out 21, 22, bought my first house at 22. Yeah. And as you know, to do this, you need 3 years of accounts being self-employed. So I had to go from like 18 years of age to 21 years of age, get my accounts in order, got a deposit. Well, not a deposit, I had that anyway, but like got a mortgage, went with a high street bank. It was actually quite, I remember obviously your story was a little bit harder.
Completely different.
Mine was actually quite easy. Mine was really easy. So I just went with my bank I was already with at the time anyway. And bought my house. I moved out, obviously lived at my mum's before, just filmed in like a little bedroom like you would have done. Yeah. Everything in the corner.
Bathroom vibes.
Mate, like bed, like desk, TV, wardrobe, and it's so cramped. Now I'm fucking here.
Now you're going to house.
So it was a massive change. And then, moved out. And I actually think probably YouTube not started going downhill for me, but I got way too relaxed basically when I moved out.
I mean, we all get relaxed on YouTube. Complacency, isn't it? Complacency kills.
Yeah, I took it for granted. So I had massive goals beforehand because I was like, I want to get my first house, I want to move out, get the deposit, blah, blah, blah. And then you get there and you think, so like, what's the next goal? Like,
what's the next step?
Yeah, and I was like, and I just ticked over YouTube really for several years. I did transition a little bit. So I did FIFA obviously up to then. And then I started doing the football transfer videos and stuff.
A lot of people, even to this day, like we've both spoke about this, they still notice you and they still come up to you and don't they call you the original Frizzio?
So, you know, I had
original Frizzio.
This is mad. So I had it last night in the pub, right? This is so weird. I'll tell it quickly. So it's me and my mate and there was just like young lads sat next to us on sofas watching a United game. And we're doing football 501 at half time because we're bored. Yeah. And he sort of chirps up this fella in the corner and says, "You guys playing football 501 or what?" And we're like, "Yeah." And it was like Roma thing, blah blah. Yeah. And he was sat there, right? And he was like, "Oh, I've never seen him before. I don't know who he is." And he was like, "Oh, I'm just like thinking about FIFA videos to try and come up with the players." And me and my mate looked at him like, "Fucking, what's he getting?
Having me on?
What's he fucking getting out there? What's he getting at?" Anyway, and then he took it further and was like, "I'm just thinking back to like." You know, like transfer videos you used to see on YouTube and stuff. He said this. And
he must have noticed you, surely.
And me and my mate looked at each other and was like, we're getting trolled. We're getting trolled here or what? So my mate basically turned around to him and said, you fucking talking about him? You talking about him or what?
I bet he shit himself.
He was like, no, who's he? And he was like, you must be talking about his transfer videos. He was like, nah, what does he do YouTube, does he?
What a coincidence though, mate, surely.
And then he said to me, what's your channel name? So I said, RossiHD or whatever. And he got up on his phone. He went, mate, I'm subbed to you.
He must have known.
And I was like, what? And you had no idea? He was like, I don't recognise your face. I don't recognise your name even. But I watched all your videos and I'm subbed to you. I had no idea.
He was tuned in from day one. That's a loyal fan though. But these are the sort of fans you get, mate, when you're doing these sort of videos.
And I don't know about you, obviously, you get recognised more than me, I'm sure. Yeah. But I am still surprised to this day from not uploading in several years how many people actually still pick me up on it. I can't believe it.
The thing is, like, you've been in the game for so long. I'd go as far as saying changed a lot of people's lives because you've been there. It sounds crazy, but people say it to me all the time. All we did was make FIFA videos, but like you were there from the early days. People have come through all through sort of their childhood up until college, up until university, and they've been watching your videos, mate. So it's understandable how you've built like a connection with your fans, and I understand it and I get it, but never take anything away from yourself, mate. People are always going to notice you because you've been doing it for so long.
And do you know what the biggest realization was of that? When we started doing the TikToks, obviously teasing the show, honestly, the amount of comments, like my childhood, mate, I can't believe this, like fucking all I did was watch you back in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
You just at the time, you don't even think
you don't realise it until you step away and you realise, Jesus, like I really did have an impact on people's lives just making FIFA videos.
And I think stepping away is probably the best actually was probably the best thing for me, really, because like I said, I moved out, I sort of got my goals early that I wanted to, and I just sort of like, I just ticked over. I wasn't really excelling in life. I just was just like making a few quid, living my life, holidaying all the time, blah, blah, blah. It's weird.
It seems like things were going pretty smooth for you, though. So you've had a pretty smooth sailing career so far. You know, YouTube's going well, the money's coming in, you've got your house, you've got your car. But I think we need to let people know when things go wrong. So there's obviously been a few incidents you've had over the years where you've had incidents where people breaking into your house, you've had issues with people breaking into your car.
Yeah.
Can we touch on that?
Yeah, no, definitely. So, it's not all guns and roses.
It's not all rainbows, is it? What people think?
It's not. So, yeah. So obviously, I moved out, got my first house. Within about a year or two, on a normal morning, I get up, go to the pub, meet my dad or something like that.
Normal day.
And I went out and a fucking car door was open, like on the drive, and I was like thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Basically, I've opened the door, mate. They've trashed it. And I mean trashed it. Got all the glove box opened up. Got all my like MOTs and service certificates and just ripped them all up and just chucked them everywhere. Fucking everything from the middle, everything from the boot, just chucked it, trashed it. Still to this day, I actually don't know what was stolen. I've got no idea.
Was there any CCTV or anything?
Nah, nothing.
Did anyone see anything?
No, this is the days before Ring doorbells and CCTVs. Mate, obviously now I'm sorted, but like it was the days before. If you had a Ring, amazing. Like I had a Ring obviously before I moved or whatever. And mate, it would have been absolutely perfect. And I reckon, I don't know. I still, because I'm very like, I don't know about you, but I would have locked my door. Yeah. Like I'm very much like meticulous in what I do.
It does happen though. You do just sometimes forget to lock the door, mate. We all do it.
I know.
It's human nature.
So has that one night that I've not locked the door, someone's just gone and tried. And to get to my driveway, by the way, it's not just on the side of the road. You have to walk off the road and down a lane and stuff like that. So it's weird, like how my car that one night, someone tried a handle, got in there and just battered the car.
And these people, they obviously don't realise the sort of impact that it leaves on like your mental health, like on sort of how you feel about, like, for example, the car. So let people know, like, how did you feel? Like, you've obviously, I know the story. You obviously didn't want to go back to that car. You didn't want to even drive that car again, did you?
Nah, so people that have been sort of robbed, they can relate to this.
Yeah, well,
I actually felt so, like, I felt so violated. The feeling you get, so I still was meeting my dad, so I thought, I'd just fucking chuck the shit off the seats and just get in the car and drive. I'm driving the car thinking, I felt like sick. I felt violated that someone had been in my private space last night and just tracted everything. Basically, long story short, I had to sell the car. Every time I got in the car for the next few weeks, I was like, I'm not fucking keeping this car. Every time I get in it just reminded me that some cunt sat in it fucking... Yeah,
no, mate, I fully understand. Yeah. Like, I know it's just one of the worst feelings, really, isn't it? And people don't realise what it does to you.
No, and then, so... I'll talk about the house break-in. I might be jumping a step here a little bit. Yeah. So, been doing up a house, had another house on the go, been doing it up, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I've got full CCTV all around the house, like really good cameras everywhere. Like it's unbelievable. And I'm actually in Qatar right at the time. So I'm on holiday in Doha.
Okay.
And it's one of those things. I wake up in the morning, you check your phone like everyone does. And I had camera notifications at like 4 a.m. Right?
That's never good.
I knew straight away that it wasn't just cars going past, because that might be one.
Yeah.
There was like 7 or 8 notions. I'm thinking, it's not a cat, because he would have fucked off. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's not a cat.
It's not a cat. So your heart drops straight away. So like I had a notification like 4:31, 4:41, 4:32, where he's obviously walking around the house, blah, blah. And then like 7 minutes later, where he's obviously got what he wanted.
So hold on, when you were in Qatar, were you awake while this was all going on?
No. I woke up.
You woke up to this?
Yeah, so I woke up at 7, 8 a.m. It already happened, right?
Yeah.
So I'm, 3 hours ahead or whatever I was. I can't remember what it was. So I woke up. I've obviously gone on my phone, seen the footage. Some fucking little rat is hopped the wall, basically. And he's tried the front door, and it's just one little lad on his own. There's not 2 of them, 3 of them, just one like random guy. Anyway, he's walked around the back on the camera, and I've got some bifold doors at the back, and he's gone up and just tried the handle, and it's just opened. And I was like, and basically, I've obviously had like workmen on site, builders, carpenters, plasterers.
Hold on. So you know that you didn't leave that door open.
I was on holiday,
but you know that door shouldn't have been left open.
That door, never unlocked.
So is this some sort of inside job where you think someone has left the door open for this kid to go in?
So this bifold door, for the whole duration of the renovation would never have been opened. Like never. I don't even open it now. Like it's never been opened. He's gone around the back and he's just known. He's just known. He just tried the handle. It's opened up. He's gone in, right? He's gone in for probably, I think it was 8 or 9 minutes or something like that. Basically, little fucking scruff, right? Mate, he's come out. He's got a Makita bag over his shoulder, right? And he's got 2 tall Makita boxes in each hand. And because he's got so much, he can't he's wobbling, slipping about on the driveway and stuff like that, hop the wall. So anyway, I rang my mate. My mate, he watches this anyway. But like, so he gets up early, like mad early, 5 a.m. So I rang him, so I thought he'd definitely be awake. And he said, look, I've just walked the dog now. I'll go straight down there and have a look. Yeah. So he's come down here. Obviously he's left the bifold door wide open. Yeah. He's gone in there. He's basically nicked all the tools, which were all mine. Yeah. So Makita stuff, SDSs, impact drills, blah, blah, blah. Thankfully, a lot of them were second-hand ones that people had given to me, and they were fucked.
But this guy had known to come into the house and take these tools,
and I hid them, so they weren't just on display.
That's too much coincidence. Too many things are all adding up here.
I got this like little like walk-in wardrobe, and it was like boxed off, and they all shoved underneath. Like in 7 minutes,
how would you have known to come into your house, try the same door handle, go upstairs, go into the bed, and go specifically for the tools? Yeah, something ain't adding up there.
So in 7 minutes, he knew where it was. He loaded them all up on his shoulder. Blah blah blah. Yeah, nah. It's a little bit too quick, personally. So my mate's come round. He's gone in. Blah blah blah. He said, "Look, all your Makita's been robbed. The battery's been robbed. Blah blah blah." So I thought to myself, like, a lot of the stuff in it was fucked. Yeah, like the impact drill was like burnt out and stuff like that. So I said to him, "So go down the road and just have a little look." And he's gone down there to a lay-by, like it's like at the quarter of a mile down the road. Basically, all my Makita boxes are all scattered, and he smashed them up on the side of the road. So he's obviously he's opened the boxes for. I'm not going to have a look here because I'm panicking. I need to get out. He's gone down the road, opened them all up, and he's tried the drills and thought, "Fuck me, that's wank." And he's lost his head and just smashed them up. And basically, my mate grabbed half the stuff that was all right and put the other stuff in the bin.
So this guy's done all this for basically no reason at all, no gain.
I worked out he genuinely got away with about 80 quid's worth of stuff.
What a absolute spanner, no pun intended.
And he just smashed the stuff up down there. So yeah, really strange. But go back to obviously the violation. Yeah. I felt, mate, walking into this house knowing that some fucker's been around. Nah, it's horrible. It took me ages before I sort of shook it from my mind.
The good thing you have got on your side there is, like you said, with the coincidences all adding up, it's almost like someone had tipped him off, told him what to do. And even though it doesn't help, it helps a little bit in terms of you think, well, this guy was told what to do.
I had a lot of tradesmen in at the time, a lot of different people, not people that know each other, not complete random. Most of the people would be through recommendation, so I would know them through someone. Yeah. So but someone easily could have said, I'll leave that bifold. I'll leave that bifold for you. Have a look. He's got loads of Makita boxes. I don't know what's in there, but there could be like a grand's worth of stuff in there or whatever. So he's gone in there, and actually he got very disappointed, to be honest. Mate,
mate, if he's watching this now, you got to be quid,
mate. That's come back, bud.
Oh, fucking wanker. What a wanker.
So there's a couple bits there, couple of robberies, couple of break-ins.
But overall, like we've pushed through these now. So we're gonna jump a little bit now. So this has happened. You know, you moved into your new house. Yeah. You've settled down a little bit. Is YouTube at this point slowing down? Are we sticking with YouTube? Where are we going from here?
So I would say 2018, 2019. I'm still uploading transfer videos, but just purely for the sake of uploading. Yeah. Like there's no real passion in the video.
I know that feeling.
There's no real passion in it. I'm not enjoying it. You're just uploading forsaking it, which is shit to say, but it does happen. And then by 2019, I obviously get a Facebook offer. So a Facebook contract comes through.
Right. Well, okay. So let's talk about this, because I know this was the game changer.
It was a game changer. So I'm in this limbo mode of YouTube anyway, where I'm making videos. I'm not enjoying it. It's paying. I don't know where I want to go. Yeah. I still have these visions. I'd love to hit 1 million subs one day, which is like one of the things I didn't do, which I regret. But I am in a limbo mode thinking, I need something new here, new challenge. Yeah. So Facebook come in, and like they did with you and probably even Dylan,
everyone in the dog got contacted by Facebook at one point.
Everyone got a contract, and they did 3 tiers. So say, obviously, there would have been other ones that people got paid a lot higher. And they said, look, we're going to offer you the highest tier, basically. Come and stream on Facebook. And the contract at the start was actually really good. It was like 80 hours a month. Yeah. And as long as it was done within the 4 weeks and a month, you had to do 80 hours. I thought, 20 hours a week? Fucking hell. Like,
fucking living.
I'll stream and I'll make the videos while streaming. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone. So I'm making I'm streaming and I'm making the videos whilst live on stream. This is amazing.
And also, just so we can also jump in, and people don't realize these contracts were insane.
Yeah, so
these were game-changing contracts.
Yeah, so it was life-changing.
Yeah, life-changing contracts.
Yeah, so it was game-changing for sure. So the first contract was as good as it could be. Yeah. And so I'm doing that. I'm streaming, but I'm still making the videos, still not that half-assed. I'm streaming, I'll be honest, on Facebook to like 3 people. I'm not even joking you.
Mate, it happens.
We've all
been there. We've all been there.
No one wanted to come to Facebook. No one wanted to watch anyone. So I'm streaming on Facebook to like new people that discovered me. I couldn't bring anyone over. Like I want that influential to. There's no way I don't have that impact. Like it's not possible. That's probably why one of the reasons why I never really went to Twitch. Yeah. Because I thought, it takes a lot to really get an audience to come from YouTube to go to Twitch and smash it.
But the good thing about Facebook, though, you did have on your side, and we all had on our side if we really tried to push it, was there is an audience on Facebook.
There is.
And, I mean, you can vouch for that definitely, because you ended up building a huge audience.
They got like 2 billion active users. Exactly. Like, there's an audience. And the beautiful thing is, we could grind out on Facebook whilst getting paid for it. So if you go to Twitch now, and people want to live stream on Twitch, they got to grind for nothing for like years. No contracts. For years to potentially get fuck all. Yeah. At least we were getting something solid from the start. So did that, got 3 viewers at the start, did that for months and months and months. Actually hated it, to be honest. Like streaming to nobody, like just to get your hours up. Anyway, I don't know what happened, but sort of like 10 months in, I started getting a little bit better FIFA views. I said a little bit, I'm talking like maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 CCV. Not amazing stuff, nothing that you're going to get particularly like, no speed numbers.
We're going up, we're moving up.
But trajectory is good. Yeah. So Facebook actually said, we're going to give you a 2nd-year contract, which a lot of people didn't get because they were still at 3 viewers, 2 viewers, whatever, and it was pointless for them. Whereas I guess they saw a little bit of something in me that thought, he might get 100 next month, he might do 200. Yeah. Like the trajectory was good. So got my 2nd-year contract. I think this is now start of 2020, right? Okay. So COVID's coming in March. So
COVID.
I remember in sort of that January, I just got a new deal, blah, 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 but it's still like FIFA, not that great. Yeah. Anyway, one of my mates said to me, have you just seen the new casino update on GTA? Right?
And this is where it all changed.
And this is bad. We used to love casino trips and stuff. So we used to go casino all the time. Yeah. So I thought, I can play casino on GTA while streaming. This is amazing. It's like a dream for me.
This is perfect.
So I remember I did my first ever GTA stream that January. Yeah. And we were betting on sim horse racing on GTA, right? And not even joking you, I went up to 3,000 viewers.
Mate, hold on, because I'm not aware of the GTA gambling. Can you just give us a bit of insight?
So it's not real.
What is GTA casino gambling?
So it's not real, but it just sort of like, you just sort of like, if you're a little bit of a degenerate, it's a nice little fix. So you go on GTA, you might like earn like 2 million from heists, and you basically go and spunk that 2 million, right? Yeah. And get 4 million.
So this is all just in-game currency?
Yeah, it's in-game currency. Okay. It's not real, like, but it just sort of feels a little bit of something. Do you know what I mean?
You really are a degenerate, mate. Oh my God.
So I was doing that, and I don't know what happened, but so I did my first ever GTA stream, titled it GTA gambling, blah, 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 whatever it was. Yeah. I went up to 3K CCV.
And you knew that. That's when you knew.
Within the first quarter of an hour going live. Yeah. And I said to my mates on Discord and stuff, I was like, this is fucking something. I said, I've been doing this industry for however many years. I've never had 3,000 live viewers at once, right?
What do you think the difference was from the jump from FIFA to GTA, and why there was such a big jump in concurrent viewers? Why do you think that was?
So
nothing, something you did?
So nothing to do with me.
Okay.
I would love to sit here and say, fucking I'm a genius. Nothing to do with me. I think Facebook had a very mature audience anyway. Yeah. So FIFA is very much like youngsters, teenagers, obviously blokes do play and stuff, but GTA was like very mature. So I obviously changed everything I did. So I titled it GTA, went in that category and stuff like that. And I guess Facebook just pushed it because they thought there's more people watching GTA or searching GTA than there are FIFA. So naturally, it sounds stupid really. It took me that long to figure out that FIFA's the problem.
You've got to give yourself the benefit of the doubt for actually testing something out, switching over games and finding a whole new audience, because you could have just kept on dragging along 30 CCV viewers and never gone nowhere. Yeah, but the fact you switched over.
Yeah, and I would have done as well, because FIFA's all I knew really. It's the only game I really ever played other than a bit of COD back in the day, stuff like that. So it's all I really knew. So by January, I guess like I don't know, team of the year. I was waiting for team of the year or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm just going to do GTA. So I just done it. And mate, like, I'm not even joking you, that day, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to stream for like 2 hours, my contract.
Yeah.
I streamed for 8 hours. Because
it was enjoyable at that point.
Mate, my chat, and I was gambling on GTA, right? My chat was just going mental, like constantly. I had constant stuff to like respond to.
It's a lot better now.
It's so engaging. And like, I found a new like fire in my belly because I was like reacting to the chat like, fucking hell, Darren, what are you doing? Like, Darren went in there last week. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy stuff.
Darren.
And I was loving it. So 8 hours, and the missus texted me saying, "Are you coming down for dinner or what?" I said, "Nah, fucking hold on a minute.
Dinner? I got free KCCV.
I got 3K. I'm gambling. Just leave me alone a minute." So ended that stream, and yeah, obviously chatting about the lads in the group chat and stuff, and they all said, "Mate, like just bin FIFA off, just fuck it off. This has got to be it." But I thought to myself even then, like, could this be a fluke? Could this be just like one stream? Yeah. Facebook's just like shared it a certain way. Tomorrow I return to, and it generally happened like that. It wasn't just like 100, 200, 300. Like it just jumped. It just jumped.
So, okay. So in terms of you jumping from, another thing we want to go into, you jumping from FIFA into the GTA gambling, obviously.
Yeah.
And in terms of your viewers going up exponentially, can you also go into how did the financials change? You don't have to go into the exact numbers, but how did the financials change from you doing FIFA streaming to now you've got 3,000 people watching your streams? How did that change in terms of the financials? Did that change your life? Was it like, oh my, like, you know, you're getting subs, donations? I'm not sure how, I never got to that level. So how did it change for you?
So contract, I was still on the same contract.
Yeah.
Right. So nothing to change there. Same money. You got paid fixed for per month, whatever it was. And then that I'll be honest, that 3,000 stream, I probably didn't get any subs or donations.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't really promoting it. I'll be honest with you. I just was just doing my streams, doing my contract. I didn't think to say to people, guys, sub and get in the supporter crew, or like, I don't even know. I don't think I've ever asked for stars anyway, or donations. So that didn't change them. But when I started then actually doing the second and third stream after that, and it was still like 2K, 3K CCV, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, I need to now like
monetize
it. But that wasn't the first thing. I just kind of thought to myself, like, I need to make this like, give it some longevity. Like I need to translate this viewership into something, whether that be getting them back over to my YouTube channel. I just needed to now, I've got the numbers in front of me, do something with that numbers.
Smart though, smart to do that.
So it basically, I started getting a few subs come in naturally, people saying, oh, you know, $5 a month, blah, 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 like you do. And they were basically, they were flying in. So subs were flying in. I was doing GTA. I was now doing like 8 hours a day. My contract was 2 hours a day, right? So I was doing it for fun now, like for the love of it in a weird way.
Mate.
It was amazing.
Not a lot of people get to this level where they want to actually stream. Most people, you're just doing it for the sake of streaming.
Mate, I was clock watching every day. So I had this thing where I'd go live at 2 p.m. every day because I wanted the American audience. I'd wake up at like 11 a.m. because I'm going to bed mad late. And I'm sat there thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have breakfast here. I'm live again. This is amazing. It's amazing. And it was COVID as well, so there was no pubs. I was not going to pubs with my dad or anything like that. Like, I'm locked in here. So January, February, I was doing okay. Maybe I had like 50 subs, 100 subs, $5 each. Doing okay.
Mate, that's good.
That's good.
That's good money coming in on top of your contract as well.
And I was still doing YouTube.
Mate.
So I was still doing YouTube, but like that was falling off. And March came, COVID hit. And it changed forever. And I basically had to sit there and say, fuck YouTube in the most nicest way.
I'm going all in.
I can't do this bit of both. I need to go all in on one thing. Like I did as a youngster on YouTube when I was 18, 19. I went all in. I gave it everything, done really well. This was like a chance where I thought, I need to commit here. So COVID hit. Everyone around the world was at home, which is another thing that you just can't get your mind around. Like, people might be on furlough here, blah, blah, blah. Whole of America in the Canada... We're on furlough, right?
They're all home.
They're all at home.
They're watching RossiHD's.
It's mental. So March basically just took off, and I had sort of the January and February to plan in my head how I was going to capitalize on this anyway. So how I figured out ways to get people to become a supporter. All the rest of it and stuff like that. So March, I was ready for it. It's like I knew COVID. The two just...
You knew.
Mate, the timings couldn't have been any better. Like it was like I planned it, but... You can't plan COVID. You can't plan COVID. So it came and it just flew in. And I'm talking about numbers from 3K CCV in sort of like the January to I was going to 10K CCV within a minute of going live, 2 minutes going live, which if you go on Twitch now and people to get 10K viewers in the first couple of minutes now going live, that's ridiculous, by the way. That's
I can imagine. I can imagine. Even COVID, that's still unbelievable numbers.
It's unbelievable numbers. So I'm getting in, and I'm getting like hundreds of subs in the first 5 minutes going live, like every single stream.
So these hundreds of subs, they're all paying you $5 a month.
And it's all new people. And then I got the recurring guys coming in from January. And then...
You were living.
And then...
You were living.
Stars started coming in, which was like donations, right?
Right, yeah, let's break down the... So at the moment, you've got your Facebook contract. Then on top of that, you've got your subs. Then on top of that, you've got stars.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between subs and stars?
So subs is people that pay $5 a month to sort of like have exclusive benefits, which might be like no adverts on a stream, might be like extra streams. Okay. You can package it however you want to package it. But stars were just pure... I don't know how to explain it. Just pure raw cash, mate. Like I can't explain it any better than that. 100 stars was $1, right? Okay. So someone sent me 100 stars. It was straight $1. Yeah. Straight to me. Like no, like you get this, you get that. Just people that genuinely wanted support, which I'm still getting my head around. So thinking, who the fuck would want to support me like that? Like, I'm being serious. Like I'm already here. Like I'm doing my thing.
You come across a little bit self-critical though. I think you've got to give yourself a bit of. Give yourself some props for what you've actually done, especially in the Facebook streaming community.
No, I know it is good.
You've done well.
I still, for a long time, was thinking, why are these people sending me money? Why are they sending me money?
They like your content, mate.
I know, but like, and then someone said to me in the comment section one day, because I actually said this on stream to like 12K people. I was like, lads, why are you sending me money? Like, I'm loving it. I'm here anyway. Like, it's amazing. Like, why are you sending money? Yeah. And then one guy said to me, he said in the comment section of the chat, he was like, we all pay Netflix $11 a month for shit we don't want and don't watch.
See, it makes so much sense.
He said, I'm giving you $5 a month and I watch you every day for 8 hours. He said, you are priceless to me. He said, I sit there.
That's a good feeling.
I sit there and work and I've got 3 monitors. You're on one.
Yeah.
Work on the other. Whatever he does on the other one.
we didn't ask any questions.
And he's like, I pay $5 a month and I watch you for like 200 hours a month. He said, do you know how much value for money that is for me?
Man, that must be a good feeling to have someone say that to you, though.
It changed for me. That made me think, it made me self-appreciate a lot more. I was thinking, do you know what? He's right. Like, because I think about my direct debits. I'm like Spotify, Netflix, blah, blah, blah. I don't even, Paramount, like.
Yeah. When was the last time you watched Paramount?
No disrespect, we're a sponsor now. I do watch it a lot. Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking, you know, he's right.
Yeah.
And then I'm not saying that he had an influence across everyone, but that might have made a lot of more people, because we talked about it for ages, might have made everyone else think, do you know what, he's fucking right, and then subbed themselves. They started thinking, I'm watching this content for free. I watch him, 40 hours a week. I'm going to give him $5 a stream, so or a month, whatever. So that was one thing, and then that wasn't enough for some people. They were like, we give you $5. How can we give you more? Like, so, and then the stars came rolling in, and then you do things like I'd moved on GTA. I'm still on GTA, but I'm GTA racing at this point.
Okay.
To be fair,
I remember those streams actually. I remember coming on Facebook and just seeing the cars flying through the air. Jesus.
So this actually brings me on. So like Angry Ginge, right? One of the things that like burst him onto the scene, if you like. Right? Yeah. Michael Richards. He was doing obviously these GTA streams of racing.
Ginge was doing that, was it?
Ginge was doing it. Yeah, you not seen the clips where he's smashing people off and saying, right, you're banned, blah, blah, blah.
Really?
When they were smashing off race. Yeah, I know how he started, but that's one of the things that made me think that's put him on the map.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but it was big. So I was doing that probably, I don't know, a year or two before I started it. Not saying, listen, I didn't. It's not
you put Ginge on the map.
It's not to do with me.
You put the Ginge on the map.
But both had good ideas and doing their own way on it. And yeah, I was doing GTA racing, and then mate, I was getting star challenges. I was doing races. People were saying like, because I got quite good at it actually. They were saying, do this race within 10 minutes, and we'll give you $100. Blah blah blah. Like the viewers were setting like, which obviously then I'll clip and do whatever else I do with it. So yeah, I mean, I was getting mad challenges, and some of the some of the donations were like crazy,
astronomical.
Life
changing, almost.
As a one-off donation, not life-changing, but like
a lot of money.
Like sometimes thousands as a one-off donation.
You gotta think to yourself, like you've come from 30 viewers concurrently on playing FIFA to now you're getting multiple thousands donations
per stream.
For playing GTA. That is one of the best decisions a content creator could ever make is doing what you did with the streaming.
And even then, they were coming in and I still couldn't understand it. Like, you know, I had the subs and stuff. I started to understand that. Someone sort of like picturized it for me, but I won't at him, but like, hopefully you don't mind me saying this story, but like...
He's watching.
I think I might get some of the details wrong here, but this made me understand it a little bit more. I was like, why has someone just sent me that volume of money? Yeah. Like, I know I'm running a business here. It's not just like money goes straight in my pocket and I'm off down I'm running a business here. Like there's a lot of hidden costs and
putting a lot of hours in as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden costs. It's not all just like we're gonna go pop bottles and stuff. So I remember saying to him, like, I think I was messaging him. I said, like, mate, like, I really appreciate this. This means more to me than you could ever believe. But like, do you want me to refund this? Or like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. And he was like, mate, like, my father passed away basically last year. Yeah. And I was left some money from him. I've been in a really dark, low place, grieving and stuff like that. Yeah. And he was like, your streams have just given me like a little bit of glimmer of hope every day. Every day he's like, mate, you've given me something to look forward to whilst I'm grieving. He said, for what you've done for me is honestly, again, priceless. Like, there's no, I couldn't put he said, if I could do more, I would. No. I said, no. I was like, it's enough. Right, relax, man. Yes. He said, but the value you give me through this dark time in my life, I cannot thank you enough. He's like, I'm sorry I can't give you more money.
Mate, that must be one of the best
don't be fucking stupid. So
one of the best feelings.
Again, that was another pivotal moment where I thought, okay, this makes sense why people support now the way they do. So I missed another bit.
Go on.
Whilst this is all going on, we've now gone 3 or 4 months into COVID. Yeah. And Facebook have reached out to me and said, we want to make you a brand ambassador, basically.
You were doing insane at this point, weren't you? The numbers were flying. It only makes sense for Facebook now to step in and offer you more because you deserve it at this point.
Yeah. So I think people don't realize this. I was getting billion views a month, billions. So every single stream I did got millions views per stream. Yeah. And the old ones were still getting views. Like, it was ridiculous. So Facebook basically hit me up and said, we want to make you a brand ambassador. We got you on this contract now, which expires in 5-6 months, whatever it is. Yeah. We want to give you a 2-year deal now. And mate, the contract was decent as well. It was like this, I'll tell it anyway. It's quite jokes. So in the contract, right, they were like, right, we want to fly you to 5 different gaming conventions in the year. Yeah. So it could be E3, Gamescom, blah, blah. All first class, business class flights, hotels have to be minimum like 5-star. This was in my contract, mate. This is mental.
Mate, where was my contract? This was my contract. I never got any of this.
This was in my contract to become a brand ambassador. Unfortunately, COVID happened. I actually only ever went to 2 events with them. I would like to have done more and just a bit more business class, you know what I mean, experience it and stuff like that. So that was it. And they were like, right, we're going to bump your money up again. Okay. I'm thinking,
mate, I'm on enough anyway. What the fuck? Do I need any more?
And we're going to make it a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
So for me, that was like such a we're only 1-year rolling contracts in a minute. Like, you know, you hear about them football podcasts and stuff, don't they? Where they're on 1-year rolling contracts and have to move clubs all the time. But to have 2 years now on my contract was like the biggest peace of mind ever. So I was like, I'm going to be doing this sort of revenue for 2 years as a business. This is what my obligations are. This is what I'm going to do. Amazing. So got that deal, 2-year deal. Yep. And then sort of saw that out, if you like. So had another, I would say, really good 16 months after that contract. So I've now smashed it and everyone's gone back to work and stuff like that. And obviously, naturally, my numbers have dropped, but still pretty good. Still pretty good. I'm still getting a few thousand CCV per stream. And so I've now got to probably 4 or 5 months away from my contract. And I basically got to a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. Okay. It's unsustainable.
Okay. So before we jump to the end of your contract, obviously we've spoken about, you know, the crazy donations, the amazing contracts that you were on, the subs. You obviously made a lot of good investments. I know you made an amazing investment. Yeah. Let's talk about you building your own house.
Yeah. So I've been, obviously, naturally, I've been in property from a young age anyway. So 21, I got my first place, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And obviously business was doing well and I wanted to do other things, other investments and stuff like that. And property has always been something that really interests me anyway. So went and bought somewhere.
So you bought land?
I bought a sort of like a bungalow while they needed knocking down and converting and stuff like that, basically. Okay. So went that route, did a few other bits and bobs, so that was probably the main project that took most of my time. So that was going on whilst I was probably streaming, actually.
Okay.
So, but the problem is I put someone in at the start that was going to project manage it for me.
Okay.
Do all the work, blah, 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 make it all happen. To cut a long story short, they went bust on me in the groundworks.
Mate,
so
that's a nightmare.
Lost a few quid, nothing too serious, lost a few quid. And basically I sat there and thought, do you know what? I'm just going to fucking project manage this myself. Like, if you think about my life, your life, everything we've done in our careers, a lot of it's been ourselves.
Yeah.
We've never really had a gang to be around us, never really been too cliquey.
Hold on, so you've taken over a massive project, and when you're building your own house, and you've just taken over as project manager.
I'm going to do it myself, yeah.
Mate, that's class.
I said, I'll just get the trades in that I need. I'll design it. I'll do everything.
Man of many talents.
And I'll just do it myself. I'm not relying on people, which is something I probably struggle with. And it's not helped that really.
Yeah.
I struggled with as a youngster, relying on people anyway.
Yeah.
Did everything myself. Edited our videos, done our own thumbnails.
Yeah, of course.
But even then I thought, do you know what? I've got fuck all experience about anything in this field.
Yeah.
So no background. My family got no background. It's not like my dad was a builder. My mum was fucking plaster on site. Like,
you just made it work, man.
I just made it work. And I like I do with a lot of things I try to do, if I can't get it done, I'll just find a way around and get it done. Yeah. Like, I'll just figure things out.
That's insane though. The fact that you've obviously, I know this is a massive project that you would have had to take on.
Massive, yeah.
And you've literally just stepped in and basically taken charge. It's class.
At the age of, I don't even know what I would have been, 27 or something like that. Yeah. So
it's insane, mate.
Yeah. So basically did that, and I'll cover a bit more on it in a second. But I think one of the important things I've probably missed out here, actually, the end of my Facebook contract.
Yeah.
Even though my audience probably watching this new.
Yeah.
I was basically, my head was gone.
Okay.
Like,
from all the hours of streaming?
Mate, like, so the contract was fine at the start because you're loving it. 200 hours a month, which would be 50 hours a week.
Yeah.
And just to put in a bit of context, this is not like a boohoo, listen to me, like, I had it fucking rough, because I didn't. It was amazing, like, best time ever. So my contract was 200 hours a month, but you had to do 50 hours a week. And if you didn't do those 200 hours, you didn't get paid a penny.
Okay.
Right? So if I did 199 hours in a month,
I
didn't get a single penny. Right, that was in my contract. So
considering the amount of work you've already put in, I mean, that is a little bit harsh. If you can't, what if you get ill? What if something happens?
Mate, I did get ill. I had operations. Right, this is mad. I had operations. Right.
Yeah.
Where I was in hospital overnight. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I said to him, I've got to go home and stream because I've got to get my 40 hours in this week. And
there was no way around getting around that. Like literally, if you didn't do those hours, they wouldn't pay you.
So there was one situation where I had COVID. The first time COVID come around. And I was actually ill as fuck. I missed like 3 or 4 days of streaming, which is mad, really, when you think back. But I basically pleaded with them. I was like, lads, like, Mark Zuckerberg, like, please, buddy, like,
mate, that's insane.
Can I make these hours up next month? And they were like, you can do 240 hours next month to make up for your deficit on the previous month.
Mate, the billions of views that you're bringing in.
That's now like 60 hours a week now for the following month to do, just to get paid still for last month.
That's insane, man.
So they would hold on to everything.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do it, you didn't get paid.
The thing is, obviously, like some of the people at home might be thinking, well, he was on ridiculous money, but you've got to think, for Facebook to be paying you that money in the first place, you've got to be bringing a lot to the table.
Yeah,
and you're bringing billions of views to the well, maybe not to the Facebook platform, but you're keeping people on the platform.
That's what it was
which
about.
is what they want.
That's what it's about.
So you're being paid what you deserve, basically.
Yeah. So that's what it's all about to them, is keeping people on the platform. I'm not going to bring anyone over.
But you're going to keep them on there.
Yeah, I don't have that impact. I'm not a big influencer. I'm not going to be able to do that.
That's understandable.
So keeping people on the platform was their number one goal.
Yeah.
And I did that probably at a high level, to be fair. So I was getting to the end of my contract. I still had good viewers, but the hours eventually got to me. Yeah. Basically, if you think back, it's 50 hours a week I was doing, which, listen, you know, there'd be people in the comment section saying, fuck me, I'm on site fucking more than that. You boys don't have a clue. 50 hours a week, you'd have to do, and obviously I'd want maybe a day off on a Sunday. So I'd have to do the 50 hours between Monday and Saturday, which I don't even know what the maths is on that, 8.7 hours or something like per day, just to get the Sunday off. So yeah, and it was just sort of changing, really. So I sort of was already thinking about property and new businesses and stuff like that.
Venturing out.
And then the contract was expiring, and I basically I was coming to the end of my contract, and I actually said to Facebook, I won't be renewing. And they actually said, good, because we're not fucking giving you another one anyway.
Is that what there's no way they turned around and said that to you after the billions and billions of views that you're bringing in for the platform?
So I was
They turned around and said that?
Yeah, so I wasn't offered it. The program was basically closing anyway.
Okay.
So when I left Facebook, I think there was like 3 or 4 people left. So Stone Mountain, he was like the golden nugget of the platform. Maybe 1 or 2. They basically said to me, we're not going to give you a nil contract. And I sort of was thinking, it was like a sigh of relief, really, because I thought,
I can't sit and do this for any more long. Like you're putting in how many hours every single day, and you're just thinking, can this really go on any longer? How many more years can this go on for?
Because you sit there and you think, I'm not taking a new contract, not doing it. But then you sit there and think, if they offer me another year contract, like I'll be stupid not to just. This is the problem. Like you think, I'll go on there one more year. So there was a part of me thinking, if they do, I might. But when they said no, it was actually a massive relief. Where I was like, right, I'm going to focus on the next thing I do in my life, property, businesses, whatever else. And at that point, I told my Facebook audience, I'm genuinely never returning to social media ever again.
Okay.
Like, I'm burnt out. I've been doing it since I was 14.
I can relate to that.
I'm now 28, 29, 14 years, videos, streams, countless, whatever you may be. And yeah, I meant it at the time. I genuinely meant I'm not coming back. But obviously, as time's gone on, I don't know about you, I felt like not uploading, not being on social media, I've always felt like something a little bit's missing inside me.
Okay, so
touching that as well, yeah.
So we're going to touch on that. So, all right, so like you said, you've stopped YouTube now by this point. Facebook, you've completely come to the end of your contract. You've built your house, things are going good, you've got money in the bank, you're pretty comfortable now, but you've got this burning thing inside of you, which is making you think you need to return. So let's talk about that. So life after streaming and YouTube, FIFA YouTube, what was next?
Yeah, so there was a massive hole in my life where I essentially felt like something was missing.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'd done other things, other businesses and other things in my life that actually were successful. I genuinely done all right.
Okay.
But I still just felt like just money from this area or whatever I was doing isn't satisfying me.
No.
I wanted more out of my life, and I felt like I had more to give. I don't know about you, how you felt.
I understand. 100%.
So I hadn't uploaded to YouTube for years at this point, so I'd done a little video just basically talking about the truth. It did really well. I couldn't really believe it. I had like 200k views in the first week on YouTube, long form, 30-minute video. Did really well, and I didn't realise that people cared so much, to be honest. So got me thinking when I made that video. I thought that video was going to be an element of closure for me.
Yeah.
Where actually I thought, do you know what? I've said my piece now.
You thought it was going to drop a stinker, didn't you? You thought you were going to get 3k views on that video.
I basically thought it was going to do no numbers, no comments.
What did it end up doing?
It did like 200k.
There we go, mate. There we go.
And like so many YouTubers commenting on it and stuff. I got so many texts from people saying like, mate, watch a video.
Yeah.
You know, even people like Reeve, for example, like people we used to knock about with. Yeah, and I basically was like quite touched by it. I was like, fucking hell.
People still care, mate.
I didn't realise people gave a fuck. Like, I wouldn't have given a fuck about me. Like, I genuinely wouldn't have done. So, yeah, ever since then, and uploading that video, I've thought to myself, there's more for me on this, not necessarily on this platform, but more for me in this game that I think is going to satisfy me. And obviously, this is where I approached you and said, you know, I've always wanted to do a podcast, but, you know, podcast, everyone does them, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be honest with you, when they first come about, I thought they would do well, but I thought other things would take over.
Yeah.
But they haven't really. Podcasts are still number one.
Podcasts are still absolutely booming, mate. And like I said, I'm glad that you did approach me, because this is something that I was feeling exactly the same as you. We both had the same sort of feeling. We both took a massive break off social media. And I think now, obviously, we're both sat here now. It does make sense that this is going to be the next step in our careers to start a podcast. But yeah, like this. Hopefully, this is going to be a whole other journey in itself.
I mean, we've committed again. Like I talked about my commitment as a 19-year-old YouTube, as a whatever I was for Facebook. Like we've committed 100% to this.
100%.
So this is not like we're doing it because we're skin. We need spend our time wisely.
Or it's going to be like people keep saying in the comments, 3 podcasts and you're going to be done.
Yeah. So. I think this actually goes back to the benefit of actually having our own set, because if we had taken a deal and gone to London, given away 50% of our show, or you know, paid someone £150 an hour in a studio and done it that way,
it would have been a nightmare.
We would have got sick of it.
Would have been a nightmare.
We would have got sick of going to London. We'd have thought, fuck me, this is costing an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
This is done all right for views, maybe, I don't know, but still thought this is not sustainable as a business.
It's too expensive, mate.
To motivate us. So
just to go back and forth London, if we were going to do the London route and then, you know, rent the studio and stuff, mate, it would have cost an absolute fortune. And to even see any profit could have taken maybe a year or two.
Yeah, so for context, so we're talking £150 an hour for studio hire. We're talking then, we still got to go and get the video edited.
Then you got to travel to London.
We got to travel to London, each of us.
Yeah.
And my train was 85 quid off peak time. So if I went peak to get the full day, 140.
It's just not, it's not sustainable, is it?
Mate, we could have gone down to London, filmed a couple of podcasts. It cost us $1,000.
And then we're looking at it and thinking, we haven't really got anywhere here.
Yeah. So we would have been 2 or 3 episodes in, thinking a couple of grand down, thinking, yeah, there's been a good reception, but it's just killing us. Well, we can't just chuck money at it, it's killing us. So
no, it's like I said, it just wouldn't have been sustainable. And the fact that because we've got our own studio now, we're able to sit here for hours on end, come up with content ideas, come up with our own plans, shoot as many podcasts we want in one day. Like we're not gauged and bound to just doing 1 hour per podcast, and we got to pay for that. So that's the beauty of obviously us building our own studio. And yeah, so far, so good.
Yeah, and obviously we've got the ability to do unlimited shows.
Yeah,
so
which is great.
People have seen on our TikToks, we've got a Games Gone thing, which is basically going to be our football show we're going to do. So obviously, listen, football is in mine and yours blood. Like, there's no way we're getting away without doing something football related. It's impossible. So
be done.
We've got our pod, which we're going to do, obviously, just me and him. And obviously, we will have guests.
Yep.
So we will have people from the industry. We will have people that maybe done the same as us, that people want to hear stories on. Obviously, people that are maybe current and doing really well. We talk about our time, their time.
There's a few of them.
Yeah, we've got a few good opportunities we can potentially look at. So that's what this show is going to be about.
Yeah.
Then we've got the football one, which is going to be solely football-based podcast. If you've seen our TikTok already, you'll get a little bit of a feel. It's going to be very unhinged, like the podcast.
We'll say what the fuck we want, basically.
We basically can say what the fuck we want to do, how we want to say it, and
no one can tell us basically what to do, can
there's no studio, there's no brands, there's no one that's really holding us back. So I'm excited.
So, mate, I think we've pretty much touched on everything. I mean, we've got through a lot today.
Yeah.
Hopefully now we can let the viewers, if they've got any guests they want us to get on, what can they do? You tell them what they can do.
Yeah, so, I mean, to be fair, we haven't actually touched the surface on everything. It's same in your podcast. There are a lot of things we can dive into.
It could be a part 2.
There's a lot of things like YouTube related that there'll be part 2s. But yeah, I think for an hour on this one, I'm pretty happy with the sort of stuff I've got off my chest, to be honest.
We've got through a lot today, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions in the comment section down below of potential guests, I reckon if we get a comment in the comment section that's got the most, someone's name with the most likes. Someone's name with the most likes that you think is the most interesting story, maybe similar to ours, we'll do our best to make it happen.
We'll get them on the pod.
We'll try make it happen. So yeah, that's it. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, sound.
Job
Cheers.
done, mate.
Cheers,
Job
mate.
done.
Sound.